Good morning, awake people in YouTube land, where I hope this goes out far and wide. It is 6:52 a.m., almost 7, the year of our Lord, the 226, 2021, from Lord Robert in the flyover state of West Virginia. I hadn't been on here in the last 3 days, mainly because I've been in the hospital on my back due to my ticker, okay? I had to go in and have a bunch of arteries cleaned out again, okay? Due possibly, it is possibly part of my problem because I'm stupid, okay? I'm here to tell y'all so far, I've been out since late yesterday, and I've managed, to be honest, I've managed to smoke just 2 roll-up cigarettes. And I am very intently knowing that I will not be smoking no whole lot of fucking cigarettes no more until I can completely give them up. Now, this, I'll keep smoking to the day I die. Matter of fact, I smoked that half a Joe last night, and I got so high I passed out. It'd been a long time since I've been that high. But anyway, let's get to the story of the hospital. I'm sitting here 3 days ago eating my breakfast. I was going to eat my breakfast. Just cooked it, sitting beside of me. 2 eggs, piece of fried bread, and 2 cups of peaches. Okay. That was my intent. For anybody that's ever watched the movie Crank, that's what my heart was doing, was racing. Racing to the point of I could barely slow it down. Okay. I learned some techniques off of watching some videos about some people that deep dive, how they hold their breath and control their heart rate. And that worked enough for me to call 911. I was sitting there like this. Okay. To start with, here's some of the truth about a hospital. See this? See how normal that looks? See all the veins and shit in my arms? See how little it is? Now, here's some truth, okay? Of course, things like this happen in the medical world, believe it or not. Here's the other one. Y'all see any difference? Just putting this out as basically a way to document my 3-day stint in a place called a hospital. Okay. First day I'm in there. I get my rhythm back down. I get me settled. Okay. The following day, they got me in I think, I'm not quite sure, they call it the cath lab, okay. Doctor that I had, the surgeon, one hell of a nice guy. Great guy, period. Just a nice guy all the way around. He's old enough to understand when he hears the truth or not, also. So, he cleared out arteries, all my arteries that he could get to and had any kind of blockage to. I was the last customer of the night. And he hooked me up. All right. On with that. Okay. They take me to one of their ICUs, which is one of their newer ones, and they say one of the better ones in the hospital. More so-called educated people that's to do their job. Okay. I get there and everything, and they tell me, well, we're going to have to do a COVID test on you. I said, no, you're not. Well, we can't. Oh, everybody out, everybody out, everybody out, everybody out. They had to run everybody out of the room. Comes back in this so-called smart individual. I seen what I was dealing with when she walked in with 2 fucking masks on. She's so smart, she was fucking ignorant, stupid, okay? Main reason is, in her defense, for most people, it was policy. Imagine that shit. Okay. I told them straight up, no, I wasn't taking the COVID test. And They wouldn't ask why. They just got all mad and pissed off. Okay. Like I done burnt the fucking house down. And they run everybody else out the fucking room. Like I had the fucking COVID. Okay. I'm like, you know, these motherfuckers running around with masks on. I told them, I said, look, I'm safe. She said, well, how you know that? I said, because you're wearing 2 fucking masks. I ain't gonna catch shit from here because you're safetied up. She just couldn't get this. And I went to telling her, you know, and then she got mad and she ran out of the room. Okay. I said, okay, fine, motherfuckers. I laid there for about 10 minutes or so. I'll give it 20 at the longest. And they left me without any kind of urinal to piss in. They figured they would ignore me. Okay. Now, this is a fucking hospital, people. Remember this. This is a fucking hospital. Or if anybody wants to know, it was the medical hospital in Charleston, West Virginia. Yes, I'm telling you a story here that's all truth, whether you like it or fucking not. Don't care. Okay. They go forth telling me how unsafe I am because of it. Anyway, 20 minutes goes by, didn't leave me with no urinal, so I start unplugging my fucking self, okay, because I had to piss. Well, I had this artery in my crotch that they done went through for almost, I don't know, 2-3 hours cleaning me out, roto-rooting me, so to speak. Basic terms. Wasn't supposed to be out of bed for another 6 or 7 hours because of that wound hadn't healed up enough. Okay, they put a compression bandage on it and tied me down pretty tight. Okay, I could still pee, so I pulled all this stuff off, and one of the little nurses out and all, he's getting out of bed. They come flying in there after I opened the door, and I was standing in front of the toilet trying to piss, but I've got, like 5 or 6 motherfuckers standing there, male and female nurses. You can't be out of bed. You can't be out of bed. Why are you out of bed? I said, I had to pee. Why didn't you push a button? I said, because y'all motherfuckers run out of this room like I was fucking contagious. I said, why the fuck I want that around me for? If y'all feel like y'all that contagious, stay the fuck out of here. They couldn't get it. I couldn't piss because I guess my mind disconnected from my pee. So I walked back over. Well, you gonna bleed to death if that thing comes open. I finally figured out their policy kicked in, knowing if I'd have bled to death in that fucking room, they would have been held responsible for my old ass. Okay? Then I was like, here's their policy at best favor. Okay? Knowing that I am a patient and I do have rights. Okay? And I do know that I am protected by these rights and so-called things that makes a benefit to me, not the fucking hospital. Okay? They knew if I'd have died, they would have been held responsible for me. So, they also finally, it dawns on them that I was willing to stand on my feet and die instead of get on my fucking knees and take their bullshit. So, everybody out there, you don't got to do it in a hateful way. I didn't really do it in a hateful way. But I explained to them in detail when they all gathered back around me, making sure that I wasn't going to bleed to death on them. Okay? That was their only fear. They forgot about the fucking COVID when they know that they don't want somebody like me dying in their fucking ICU over me getting out of bed when they were supposed to be watching me. I finally kicked in and they was all gathered back around running their fucking mouth, and I'm standing there not quite back to the bed yet. I got some little dweeb idiot in his 20s standing out in the hallway. Well, you didn't have to come here. I just looked at him and said, buddy, where am I supposed to go? Fucking McDonald's? Being this is the only fucking place that's got real surgeons and real fucking doctors? I guess. Do we? A 20-something telling me that. Okay? One of these fucking ignorant ass nurses. Male nurse. Okay? Because he could grow a little hair on his fucking face. I guess he thought he was a man. But his thought process was about retarded. Okay? And that's when I looked at him. I'm going to say, well, we had to do, it's a policy. We got to follow policy. We got to follow policy. I said, you do. You're right. I said, but where you're fucking failing to realize, I do not have to follow your fucking policies because I am a patient. I am not an employee. And I told him straight up, I said, if I had to put up with what you're putting up with, I would find me some other place to go fucking work. But it didn't dawn on him till later. Then the same dumbass, bright, brilliant fucking nurse that was the head nurse there with the 2 masks on, she comes back in. We got off on the wrong foot. I said, well, let's start back on the right one. Well, it's our policy. I said, did you not understand what I just said here about an hour ago? It's your policy. It is not mine. It is your hospital policy. It is not mine. That means I do not have to follow your policies. I said, I do understand that I'm here for help, okay? It finally dawned on her that I was willing to bleed to fucking death by standing on my feet to prove a fucking point. That's what it rolled back into my head when it finally dawned on me, okay? That I wasn't willing to give up my fucking standing on my feet for their fucking stupid policies. I've even told idiots in Walmart that, oh, you need a mask? I turned around and looked at one old guy and, oh, you need a mask? I said, no, I don't need no mask. Well, why don't you need one? I said, because I don't work for that group called Walmart. Okay, people, have an understanding. If y'all want this shit to stop, all of us is going to have to be this way. Okay? COVID is a lie. It's bullshit. This is my First Amendment right, YouTube. Okay? This is my opinion. Entertaining purposely only. Because I know your little fucking algorithm is reading every fucking word I've got to say. But, for if you do not allow my rights, okay, you're going completely against because I mentioned something known as this old horrible shit called COVID when there's no motherfucking proof out here that it even exists other than the news people. And I got to see that for 3 days on the fucking TV, channel after channel after channel after fucking channel. No wonder people so fucking brainwashed. I couldn't believe it. Okay? I knew it was bad, but then it started dawning on me. I'm living in just one fucking state. Okay? You take just Charleston alone. I guarantee you there's 30 different fucking news agencies in Charleston. Okay? And every one of them has been propagandized to tell the same fucking lies. Okay? First of all, like I said before, everybody can do their own fucking research in this shit. Okay? John Rappaport. Listened to him, went and looked. I even told some of these dumbass nurses to go look. I told them their Bible, known as the CDC, page 39, tells you that this virus has never been isolated. Okay? This is not my fucking opinion, YouTube. Okay? If you think that I'm wrong, go back check my ass. Do your fucking research for once. Instead of just throwing something out there and trying to make us believe it's a fucking steak sandwich instead of a bologna sandwich. Because y'all spreading all kinds of bologna right now. And we, the people, are getting kind of fed up with the bullshit. Okay? It's never been isolated. For the dumbasses that don't understand that, you got one of these little black screens you carry around with you that's got Noogle on it, okay? Or Yippee, or any kind of fucking search engine. Just look at up there. Non-isolated virus. What it means. Webster's Dictionary if you don't want to use the phone. So, this ignorant shit, okay, is coming to a place just like YouTube, okay, and Google and the rest of you. You will finally fall. And you're doing it so graciously in front of fucking all of us that's waking the fuck up. We understand, most of us, what the fuck's going on. And the dumb and unaware, they're slowly seeing something quite ain't right. Y'all can't fucking keep this covered up forever. And this is only one subject matter in all this conglomerated bullshit that y'all been giving us for the last 100 fucking years. For the people that like their job and have an understanding that you can lose your job because you don't follow their policies, y'all might want to go ask the owner of the fucking store, hospital, or whatever, okay, since you are so in tune to follow their fucking policies and it's going against your fucking rights, okay, you want a bigger cut of the fucking pie because you're upholding something they believe in and you do not. Since they're going to fucking sham you, con you, okay, into following something that's bullshit, okay, you should have more money. If you got to follow their bullshit, you know, it's kind of like the accidental guy that sees somebody kill somebody, okay? Then the murderer figures out this guy's done seen something he shouldn't have seen, but when you approach him, the murderer approaches you and going to kill your ass, you just tell him, say, look, this is easy. Just give me a chunk of money and I'll go the fuck away. That's what you're doing. Your policies is doing that, okay? Or you're seeing some 5-year-old girl raped or murdered or tore apart and you won't help. That's what you're doing to yourself, whether you know it or not, okay? This educational system, I found these people so fucking, they're good, honest people. But the way they're looking at things, they don't even understand. They're sticking a dick in their own ass right now, okay, because of a thing called policy. Not willing to stand on their feet, but they're going to walk on their knees and say they are on their feet. They're fooling their own selves in this shit, okay? But see, you got to have an understanding. The system wants you there at that point because without you all, they can't go forward. See, this is the thing about we the people. Once you start realizing this and people start seeing it in the right construct up here and have an understanding, policies don't make a fuck to you all because you don't work for nobody in them places. Okay? Get this through y'all's head. For whoever sees this, I know the people that's subscribed to my channel is smart and is awake. But for whatever reason, if you all can pass this message around to get to, this is a public warning announcement, okay? There's no longer to be a truth in this world for as long as policy takes over that truth, okay? Y'all gonna have to make some critical fucking choices. Let's put it this way. Charleston Hospital. One of their biggest things is the heart. Okay, and they've got some other clinical things there too, but they pride themselves on. I've watched fucking commercial after commercial after commercial in that fucking hospital about this. Okay, then, like I said, I didn't really realize. I mean, I did, but I didn't really realize how much fucking stranglehold this fucking media has on the general fucking public everywhere. Every county, every city, every fucking state. Like I said, probably 30 news groups. They're just in fucking Charleston. And every one of them's been a line item programmed out policy that they got to talk about in that way. Do y'all not understand? That ain't news. The biggest lie that Satan ever told is he didn't exist. This is what he wanted everybody to believe. Yes, there's a good and a bad. So, people, have an understanding. Like I said, I went 3 days in this policy world, and I knew I didn't want to go in the first place. But I didn't really have much of a choice when my heart was hitting me so fast and hard, sitting on the couch before I could eat my breakfast, that I couldn't breathe. I was sweating. I was turning gray. I knew I had to call 911. I knew that I had to get to the hospital. Okay? Then that little dumbass 20-something-year-old that had some hair on his face, barely could piss a hole in a fucking snowbank, telling me, well, you didn't have to come here. Well, where was I going to go? Noodlehead? McDonald's? Burger King? That's a choice. Jackson County Memorial? They're going to pack me up and send me to fucking Charleston. Where was I going to go? Oh, maybe Tractor Supply. Yeah. Fucking just people, when they're so fucking retardedly educated, they don't take the common sense that God give them to have an understanding on what's going on. And then they allow their policies to take over their fucking life. It blows me away, y'all. Like I said, 3 days watched all these fucking commercials, one right after another, over the CV bullshit 19. My opinion, my First Amendment, YouTube, okay? All this is under your so-called entertaining purposelessly only, because I am a creator on here on fucking YouTube, been there for quite a few years. Okay? I understand your fucking algorithms sitting there reading every fucking thing I say when I go to put it on posts, and I'm pretty sure y'all probably won't let it happen. But you know something? I have a record here on my computer, okay, that I've done this. And for whoever or whatever, I can always put it on a thumb drive and carry it to one person's house or another. Or I might even have somebody hijack my channel, like y'all been doing and allowing YouTube. People, y'all want to kick off, okay? But these lower levels from China, India, and every fucking where else can download the same fucking videos of these people that I watch as real people and truth seekers, and you allow them people to re-download their, okay, content that they researched, and all of a sudden it's wrong for them, but it's okay for some motherfucker in China or India or where the fuck they're coming from and to use their content. So your fucking policy, YouTube, is about a crooked dick, okay? A broke dick on a fucking wore out coonhound. That's about what it is. And I know my analogies don't fit good for most people, but what can I say? And I find it really entertaining. I ain't gonna say who or when, but somehow or another, and I know it's bullshit, truth is supposed to be a certain way. Well, I've been living in this world and I've seen these certain ways, known as these, start with preachers. This preacher that's wearing this $5,000 suit, the next step up is a banker wearing a $10,000 suit. It's the same motherfucker, just put in a different organization. Okay? This applies for everything in our fucking lives. If you'll go look and pay attention, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you will see it. Our Father that gave us that love letter known as the Bible, He put every bit of that in there for us to have an understanding, okay, how stupid men and women really are. For if they're taking over by the wrong thing, wrong entity, some call it Satan, some call it the devil, okay? Already know, I've done seen it. I had a house stolen from me from Chase Manhattan. And YouTube, again, this is entertaining purposes only, and also this is the fucking gospel with my First Amendment right. I do have fucking proof of it. So if this ever comes up, or this is the reason that y'all kicked this video out, okay, I have proof of this. They broke chain of title 3 fucking times. 3 times. To take my fucking house. And was not willing to work with me unless the payments was fucking higher. And I was trying to get them down. Because I done lost more than half of my income. They didn't want to hear that. So that started wising me up to how this fucking system works. But I didn't start realizing how much the system worked the same way in every fucking part of the system. Done a study. First year I was out here, Brother Murray. The four hidden dynasties. Then I started seeing the interlocking chains of things, how it worked. Okay? I'd been listening to George Carlin for years. I got to see him in concert in Roanoke. And it wasn't long after that he died. But I actually got to see him live, and that was cool as shit. And the man was 100% about truth. Yeah. They didn't like it, but it sold. And they knowed it. So, instead of them not being able to make a profit off of George Carlin telling the fucking truth, they had to allow him to stand up and tell the truth, or they was going to lose money. So, this is what a lot of it's going on right now, too. Take Tom McDonald. In the last month, this man has put out some real heavy shit. For whatever reason he's doing it for, on his own income level, that makes not a shit to me, other than he's trying to get the fucking truth out there. The truth. There ain't no measure between fucking truth. There ain't no gray there. Truth is truth. Okay? Here we go again for most people. A lie needs a measure of truth in it, or it don't fucking work. But truth don't need a measure of lie in it to make it work, because it's fucking true. It's black and white. Yes or no. But lies are not that way. And still yet to this day, people can't concept that. But they got their own truth in them. But see, that's how it's got to be anyway for us to accept it. It's got to measure here in your heart and your gut to let you know that what you're hearing is the fucking truth. And your keyboard warrior, social warrior justice fucks with your keyboards, you don't understand what you're doing to your own fucking self. You're so fucking brainwashed to the bullshit, you're not willing to go look for your fucking self. But see, they don't want you to. Because if we had a society, just like George Carlin said, of people that had critical thinking in their own fucking mind and not controlled by a group media that makes herd mentality the social norm of millions of motherfuckers, follow this, follow this, follow this, follow this, blah, 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 blah. Then you got this mass group of fucking idiots from ranging from age groups of teenagers all the way up to grown-ass men and women in their 60s and 70s. And like I said, I got to see it laying there in the bed, and it astonished me. I was sitting there, it finally hit me, and the Lord was talking to me. He said, Bobby, right there is why people are having a hard time seeing the truth. Look, if you think your policies are going to get you somewhere, have an understanding that all this communism, all this bullshit that y'all keep throwing at us, there's this thing, we know that you're also trying to destroy history, because if you could destroy that, then we've got nothing to stand on to have an understanding on what the fuck y'all doing. But when we got history to back up your bullshit, we can see exactly what you are doing. Okay? I'm not going to forget. I'm 57 years old man in West Virginia. And it's fucking like black and white. The first 90 days that bullshit was running all over the fucking news, how bad it was, I'm like, I'm out running around everywhere. Okay? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching and looking at people. I'm going to say now, if this shit was this bad, why has Walmart got twice as many people in it? These people, everybody's dying. How the fuck did this happen? Is the dead waking up and just coming to Walmart? Then I started realizing riding through town, it's like, everybody's dying. Where's all the fucking hearse? Where they at? Then you got doctors and nurses making videos, putting them out on TikTok about they're standing there in scrubs and their 12 face mask and a shield dancing. I seen it for myself. I was in the hospital. Okay? I didn't see no COVID patients. But I did see one of the last ICU they put me in, or the regular hotel room in the hospital, that I was also, again, okay, in their own little way, in their little policy bullshit, okay. I was put in a room at the end of a hall, okay. I was one of probably, I don't know, 15 or 20. They told them, fuck you and your test. But see, they isolated us, okay, with no proof. Either way. So how does that work? And it's a little hard for me to buy into something when I'm listening to the same so-called fucking experts that y'all follow, y'all's temple, y'all's Bible, from the so-called a Center of Disease Control, okay, the CDC, entertainment purposes only, YouTube, my First Amendment right, truth to fucking truth, page 39, never been isolated. March. Know that I'm telling the fucking truth because they yanked my fucking video down. Okay? March 1st, from the same fucking temple that y'all follow, y'all's Bible, okay, says that the so-called virus was downgraded to the common fucking flu. Also from the WHO. Done the same thing. Now all of a sudden, you got this thing called No-Go Joe, okay, the administrator, okay, Nazi dictator, truth, First Amendment right, YouTube. All of a sudden, he's coming out trying to, more policies, more bullshit. But all of a sudden, the so-called virus is dropping off, but every fucking commercial that I've seen there in the hospital, it was getting worse. So what kind of retardism is people falling into? It just don't, I just have a hard time accepting the lie over a truth anymore. Knowing what I've heard, seen, and read for my own fucking self, researched for my own self, and y'all still are trying your damnedest to hold me down and ram it down my fucking throat. Fuck y'all. Entertainment purposes only. My First Amendment right. You know, you all have the same fucking rights. Y'all don't have to follow policy all the time. Okay? Y'all ought to start finding out what your rights are before you accept the stupid ass policies. Okay? If that means, oh my God, I'm going to lose my $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 job a year. Well, when you look back at your old age, and you look back at them days, and you realize you done the fucking right thing, you might be able to live with yourself. If not, you help bring on these policies. You help spread this bullshit. Okay? Whether YouTube, you like it or not, y'all part of the problem too. So with Google. I know y'all don't want me like this telling anybody anything. So I've got a 50-50 chance it may make it. It may not. But like I said, I got to document this in a manner to where I can still stick a fucking thumb drive in my computer and download this information. Then if I have to burn it to a damn CD, I can, or a DVD, and just spread it out if I have to go that damn far. But y'all got to have an understanding. You are part of the people, that you're stepping on your own nutsack by what you're fucking doing. You don't get it. And I understand why you don't get it. Because you're so brainwashed into what they're telling you is right. And people like me is wearing a tinfoil fucking hat. No. All of these so-called conspiracy theories, can somebody please bring me some more, because 99% of them has been proven facts. I don't give a fuck how much bullshit they throw at you. Go see for your damn self. Don't stop on the first 5 or 10 lines in Google, okay? Go somewhere to get the fucking truth. Know in your own gut and your heart and your mind who you're listening to is telling you the fucking truth. Not because somebody told you so. Oh, my girlfriend watched this. Oh, my buddy watches this, so I'm going to watch this too. He's telling me that they're blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're telling you. That's the point. These people that I watch don't tell me. The first thing they let me know is, if for any reason you do not believe anything they're saying, please do not believe them. Go see for yourself. Because they can't cover it up. They cannot hide the fucking truth 100%. Okay? And every day that 100% is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They know it. They're running around like fucking somebody ripped their fucking their hair off their nuts. Peace to all y'all. I know the people that watch me. I appreciate y'all watching me. But we all going to have to stand as one again, we the people. And we're also going to have to be willing to engage in this fucking system, this world, to go back to a normal fucking world. Okay? Because if these fucking little retarded motherfuckers that keeps pushing us over a cliff gets to that point, okay, whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, they will be knocking on your fucking door. Okay? These motherfuckers is not, I've done said this a million times on a lot of videos. These bastards is not going to give you or me a choice or a chance unless we're willing to fucking stand up and tell them to go fuck themselves. Because they're retarded, not me and not you. Because they can't see the fucking bigger picture because of their policy. It's not your fault, people. You don't work for YouTube. You don't work for Google. I don't either. Quit listening to their bullshit. Now, I'd like to have 10,000 of information of truth more than I would 1.1% lie. Period. And it's getting easier for me every day to see through their smoke and mirrors. I'm going to quit fucking preaching. But peace to all y'all, and that was my story about my 3 days in the fucking hospital. And now I've got to set up appointments and go back to this fucking place to do whatever, okay? Just to live just a little bit longer so I can bitch a little bit longer. When I would be rather not bitching but enjoying myself in the rest of my days and doing something to benefit me and my home. Okay? Right now I am doing this the best I can, but at the same time, they got their fucking boot on my fucking neck telling me about their policies. Peace to all y'all. Love y'all all. I really do. I'd rather have the human race back with critical think up here, connected to the heart and the gut, knowing that you know the truth. In the system, boy, they cannot have that happen. But the only way it's going to happen for you or me to have that normal life back is to cut our fucking ties with the system. And every time it shows its fucking face, you ain't got to argue with it. All you got to do is just tell it the truth. You're not going to comply to their policy. You don't have to. You know, I get out of the hospital and had to go drop my subscriptions off. First thing I do, I'm sitting here hobbling into the fucking place, got bandages still hanging off of me with my little thing they wrap around my wrist, and I got some old man in the 60s probably. You need a mask? I said, no, I don't need no fucking mask. Well, Walmart. I said, stop. I don't fucking work for this place. You do. So put 5 more on. It just pissed me the fuck off. Some 60-year-old man telling me because of a policy. But he can't grasp, okay? This is a customer. Just like I was a patient. Peace to all y'all. And hopefully we will get to see the end of this bullshit. But remember, when it is over and we do start heading back in the right direction completely, we are in a lot of ways. But when we do see ourselves landed and being able to walk on our fucking feet out of this fucking plane known as the system, okay? Have an understanding is every time you get a chance to tell the fucking truth to somebody, do it. Because the good Lord made us that way. There's such thing as sparing people's feelings a little, but when you do it too much, then you got these SJWs ruling the fucking world when there's only about that many of them and there's at least this much of us. Peace.